on this call, and then even the people in the stands who actually wanted to grow a business, like knowing that if you're not even hitting your minimum, or if you are just hitting your minimum and your goal is showing president's team, then there's something else that needs to change for you to, grow your volume and grow your team and grow your organization. So that specifically stuck. I don't have my notebook with me right now, but there was a lot of notes that I took as far as like action steps, like Kylie said, that we can like really implement tomorrow. So I'm excited for, the rest of this month, and just super, super fired up for, this call and our guest speaker, of course. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Kylie in Orlando. I really wish I was there for that, ripping up the paper and throwing it up, because that sounds like something that would be like super powerful. I think everyone should do it, actually writing down your why and then 5 reasons that's holding you back. It sounds like something I want to do right now, just because I know that it triggers you to really think like what's holding you back. I'm glad y'all had an awesome SDS. Thank you for your share. Anybody who wants to go next?
Me.
Who that?
Me, Tay. Okay. Hey guys, it's Tay from Atlanta. I just want to share that, this month was kind of, a little hard, losing 2 of my family members was kind of, traumatic, and I almost let that break me, but I didn't. Instead I just got my head back in the game, got back into why I'm doing Herbalife, and just not trying to really let that move me into depression mode. And even though, what happened was very traumatizing, but good news that I got is I got one new distributor, and then I have another friend who is signing up to be a distributor. She came to Fit Camp today. She's on the call. Well, both of them, they're on the call tonight. They're very excited about the business. They're getting their 100 people list, writing down the list or whatever of the 100 names. And my friend that came to Fit Camp today, she's like very open to everything, and that's just, because we've been close since middle school. So the fact that she's, seeing what I'm doing, what I love to do, and she's like, starting to love it. And she brought her son to Fit Camp. London loves Fit Camp. And, it's just, and I have a preferred member. So it's like things are moving great for me now. And I'm back on the product strong, trying to get these gains. And
Thank you, Zarling. Thank you. Definitely sorry for your loss, and glad that you are still moving and doing what you need to do, because I know how serious this is to you and how serious you take your business. Anybody want to go next? Can y'all hear me?
I'll go. My name's Kylie, out in Ainsworth, Nebraska. I attended the Minnesota STS with Diego, and it was awesome. The best part about it was my supervisor, Jessica, and her husband were there, so having someone besides you's an indescribable feeling. So just getting people to events is major. So thank you for being there. A couple of things that really took away were everybody falls in trips, but you get back up and go again. And I think that's something for me that's huge is, just remembering that consistency is important, but as you rise and fall, you just got to keep going. So don't let those things affect you so much that you don't get back up again. So you just got to keep going. The other thing that he really stressed about is relationships and building those. So they consistently talked about the 5 to 7 clients that you're getting every month, but what are you doing with those clients? Or they actually clients that you're building genuine relationships with to stick around, or are they just a number on your web? And so that really was important to me as growing and just really connecting with the people that I've been bringing into Herbalife, is making sure that those relationships are genuine, to be around and to really impact them. So that was something. And then I'm trying to think of the other thing. But the other thing I talked about is you can only do so much alone, but you can do major things with the team. So as we're all in that growing stage, just really focusing on that and how to be a better leader and how to help those that want to grow and to be the best leader that you can for them. So that was my takeaway.
Thank you, Kylie. That's like I mean, everyone should know this, but this is a relationship building business. So definitely glad that you had those takeaways from your SCS. We have time for one more share. Anybody want to go? Last person. Ready, set, go.
Yeah, sure do. I always want to go. Hey guys. My service is crazy. I'm hearing like echoes and stuff. I got that cool running Jamaica Wi-Fi, baby. But Steven here, current 2.5 Global Expansion member. If you can't hear me all the way, I apologize, but I am currently in Montego Bay for one more night. And I know we always do, takeaways and also things that are impactful and powerful for us for the previous week. And for me, I just have a lot of time to get clear. I've been in Jamaica now for 4 days. And I'll be coming home tomorrow. And the fact that I can still run my business from here, just by having a simple Wi-Fi connection for me is extremely gratifying. Got a brand new member. I actually got this old guy on 3-day trial out here in this gym. I've been going to the gym every morning out here, so I got a older guy to start a 3-day trial out here. I'm not too sure how to post about that. I don't think I will because was a different situation. But in hindsight and grand scheme of things, the fact that we can do this business, anywhere and everywhere, the fact that we can control our time, and the fact that we can pretty much design our own lifestyle when you make a choice to, is very, very clear and obvious to me. And I'm excited that I get to do things that I never thought I'd be able to do as a kid and as a child, while impacting a bunch of people at the same time. So I'm grateful for the power of choice. I'm grateful for all these beautiful faces that I get to see every single Sunday. And I'm excited to hear from the guest speaker to give a different perspective on the business. So that is my share. I'm going to enjoy this thread count on this bed because it's something else. This Jamaican thread count is something else. So I'm just going to enjoy this. I'm going to pass the call back to Andy.
I hope you enjoy your thread count over there and your last day. And thank you for your share, Steven. We appreciate you. I know I do. You've indirectly helped me grow as a person more than you'll ever know in the past year, and I can't thank you enough. I'm going to introduce wow, that time moved fast. Guest speaker now. I've been following her for a while on Instagram, Snapchat, and I love her energy. I don't know her story, but I do know that she has. Can y'all hear me saying my connection is unstable because I'm still on Wi-Fi?
No, it was messing up when you was giving me gratification, so I think we gotta do that again.
Well, as long as you know you got the gratification.
JK, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Go
Oh my gosh. Okay. Like I was saying, like last week, the guest speaker, Steven, said something that stuck to me was that it's not always about hearing from people that are, Mill 7.5 and Prez team. Sometimes it's good to hear from people who are where we are. The guest speaker, I'm gonna let her tell her story. Let me be quiet. I'm gonna mute myself and everyone give it up for our guest speaker, Miss Kiara Ruffin.
Hey guys, how you doing? Like she said, my name is Kiara. But real quick, I want to do my share too because I'm fired up about what happened for me. We had Garen Jones. I think that's your org, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So we had Garen. Yo, he's fire, but you guys already know this. But I actually had 2 people with me at this STS. And one of them was actually a 16-year-old girl. She's been a client of mine for a little over 2 months now. And she approached about the business. And for me, I was like, ooh, like, how are you 16 wanting to own your own business? Like, that was insane to me. So it kind of threw me off guard, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't prejudging. So I invited her to the STS, and she was texting me the whole event. I was like, girl, get off your phone, pay attention. But she was texting me the whole event, talking about how fired up she is to do this business. And she was like, I can think she has 8 siblings, guys. So she could get the supervisor with them family members strictly. But she was telling me about how fired up she is. She was like, I could get my brothers and sisters on it, and then I could do this, this, and this. So just seeing her excitement and having her at 16 years old, one, trusting in me to guide her through her health journey, and then trusting in me that I'm offering an opportunity for her that is going to benefit her was huge. And for her to see that vision, like, fired me up, because it just makes it that much more amazing for me how incredible Herbalife is. So I was really fired up about that. And she's signing up on Tuesday to become a distributor. And she already has her 100 contact list and everything. She sent out little scripts and everything. So I'm really excited about her. So that was my share. But okay, I'll get into me. So my name is Kiara, currently royalty member, living in Miami, Florida, MIA. I have been in the business for a little over a year, started in May of 2016. I was introduced to Herbalife a while ago, but I'll tell you a little bit about that. So before Herbalife, I was actually a competitive cheerleader. I was a gymnast. I did basketball, volleyball, soccer, everything. And then I got pregnant at 19 years old, and life hit me, and no more competitive cheer, none of that stuff. So I started, working the, regular corporate job or whatever. I ended up being a bank teller. And after my first son, I was extremely unhappy with how I looked. I was used to working out and doing my practices and everything like that. So I would eat double cheeseburgers every single day, bro, every day. And I wouldn't get fat because I was, so active. So the moment I continued to eat those double cheeseburgers, but wasn't doing the athletic stuff anymore, it caught up. So your girl got a little fluffy. But I was extremely uncomfortable with what I saw in the mirror. And I also wasn't able to be a present parent for my kid. I would literally nap while he's awake. Like, he's up running around. He was 1 year old at the time. Up running around. He would have to wake me up from a deep sleep, guys. Wake me up and say, "Mommy, hungry." And then I'd get up, go pop a Eggo waffle in the microwave, and then go right back to bed. So I realized, like, that's not safe. That's not, that's not what it's about. So I was literally trying everything to lose weight and but none of it gave me my energy. So I was like, okay, this is not happening. So going to work one day, and my coworker is actually shaking up her shaker cup with her little Herbalife bottle. I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, I'm drinking my shake. And I was like, what for? And she was like, to lose weight. And I was like, girl, I'm fat. I need to lose weight. Well, like, give me some. And she was like, oh, okay, I'll show you my coaches before and after. And I was like, okay. Do any of you guys know Ariana and Abdul? Yeah, they just hit their first cut to get 2.5. Really excited for them. But she showed me Ari's before and after, before the baby. So Ari was, the skinny fat, and then her after was just shredded. And I was like, okay, I mean, that's dope. She's got abs, but like, I'm fat. Like, I got a belly. So I don't know if this Herbalife thing is really going to take care of all this we got going on. So she was like, just come to the fit camp and you'll see. So I was like, okay, cool. So I go to the fit camp. Ari shredded, nice little booty sitting up high. Abdul's like hot with like cuts everywhere. And I was like, oh Lord. So died at the fit camp, right? And it was a free fit camp. So I died at the fit camp. That's the only reason why I went free. Very stingy. Okay. Died at the fit camp. They talked to me after and they're like, okay, so you're interested in Herbalife. And I was like, yeah. I want to see how it goes or see what it's all about and everything like that. But I just want to make sure it's healthy. And this is the chick that was eating double cheeseburgers every single day, but I want to make sure it's healthy. So I'm sure they get that all the time, or well, that they do. I get it all the time, so they must. So they were explaining it all to me. And I was like, okay, well, you guys are like pretty fit, and I have a lot of work to do, as you can see. So is this stuff really gonna work? And Abdul was like, yeah, it'll be good. Like, it's really good for you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know, man, bro. Like, you're already shredded. And then he showed me his before, and I saw the after in real life. And the before, looking like the Michelin thingamajigger, the little tire commercial, you know, he was big, guys. He was like over 300 pounds. So seeing that, and I was like, oh, snap. And I was like, okay, sign me up. I'm ready, right? And then they give me their phone or their information. She said, I'm going to text you, send you the invoice, blah, blah, blah. I get home, she sends me the invoice, and I said, I'm ready for everything. Sign me up. Whatever I need to do, just throw it in the cart. And then she puts in the basics. The 2 Formula Ones protein drink mix, not even the big protein drink mix, the small one, the cellulose, and the multivitamin. And I was like, and it ended up being like 200 something. I was like, oh, hell no. Take this out. I ain't spending $200 on this. And then she was like, okay, well, you asked for the basics, and this is it. And I was like, okay, well, no. I was like, what's the protein for it? Can I just, like, eat a lot of chicken or something? Pinteresting things, thinking I know what I'm talking about. And she was like, okay, like, we'll just, so at the end of it, fast forward, I only got 1 canister of Formula One, and I got this cellulose because she said it helps with cellulite. And then I was like, I don't need a multivitamin. I'll get one from Target. I'll find some protein somewhere else from GNC, whatever. I was the worst client ever. So I ordered that, and then I ended up moving to Boston because my ex-husband and I, we got stationed there. So I went out to Boston, and then she was asked, like, having me send photos of my meals and stuff like that. And it was weird because there was a cycle of eggs and ground turkey, but the plate was the same, the lighting was the same. Like, even if I was eating at nighttime, it was still really bright. So she realized that I was sending her the photos that I had already sent her in the past, just re-upping them. Really, I was just eating crap. So she would always check in with me, though. Like, hey, how is everything? How's your nutrition plan? I was like, girl, it's going great, when I responded, but most of the times I didn't. So this was 2 years that she was dealing with me like this. Lord bless her soul. So be patient if you have anybody that's like this, or if they're difficult to get them on the nutrition plan, they might just end up doing the business. So, you know, stay patient. So I saw her consistently on Instagram. She got pregnant at the same time I did with my second son. And then she was taking the products and living this little fit mama pregnant life. And I was like, bro, I want that. But for me, I get extremely bad morning sickness, but it's like morning, day, and nighttime for the whole entire pregnancy. So I was like, okay, as soon as I get off these shakes or get this baby out, I'm gonna jump on the product, because I'm not wasting no money on some shakes if I'm gonna just throw them up. So as soon as I popped out my little one, which he's 1 year old now, freaking wild, bro. His hair matches his personality. It's just all over. But as soon as I had him, I jumped on the nutrition, and I was like, okay, I'm so serious about this. Like, no games. I'm tired of looking this gross. Seeing all these, scrolling through. Anybody else used to do this, where they used to scroll through Instagram to see all these fit chicks and be jealous and hate life? No, just me. Cool. Well, anyways, I was scrolling and I was over it. So I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm dedicated. So I took a before photo with 0 after and posted it on Facebook, and was like, just as a client, okay, retail this whole time. She couldn't get me signed up for nothing. I said, okay, I'm ready. Before photo, hold me accountable. I'm starting this new journey. I can't wait, blah, 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 blah. And then from that alone, people were hitting me up. Like, what are you doing? Or I want to do it too, da, 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 da. And I was like, okay, cool. Here's my coach. Here's my coach. Just sending it, everybody to her. And then, what's it called? So I started on the real 2 Formula One protein drink mix, cellulose, and I got multivitamin. She couldn't get me to buy the TNL because I was like, there's no way in hell I'm spending $30 on some aloe. You got me messed up. But I didn't understand the value of it. So once I started that, the results started coming. People noticed me posting my shakes and working out. I was living an extremely unhealthy lifestyle. Before getting pregnant, I would start going out on Tuesdays. Taco Tuesdays would jumpstart my whole party life. Then Wednesdays, you're just hyped, so you find somewhere to go. And then Thursdays is Thirsty Thursday, so you go there. So it was just a cycle. Monday through Sunday, I was going out. So they were used to me posting that thunder. Okay. They were used to me posting the pause, guys. That's my car. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, we're good. They were used to me posting the unhealthy lifestyle. So when they saw me posting shakes and working out and positivity, and I wasn't cursing people out on Facebook status anymore, like it was a shift and everybody noticed that. So they kind of got attracted to that. So I started sending them to Ari. And she was like, you know, you made me this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I overpaid you in an invoice? And she was like, no, like all those people that you sent to me, they actually got started on their nutrition plan. And I made this much money. And I was like, oh, well, send it this way. I mean, I get a piece, right? And she was like, no, you have to be a distributor. And I was like, well, no, she said member, because back then it wasn't distributor, member, whatever, preferred member thing. So you have to be a member. I was like, okay, well, what do I do to do that? And she was like, oh, you pay $71 one time? And I was like, nope. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I'm not paying $71 and I'm only going to get 20% off. Guys, I cheated my way through high school, so I didn't understand that in the long run it was going to save me money. So I was like, nope, not doing it, whatever. And then like the next month happened, and then she was like, okay, well, I just want to offer you the membership again, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, as soon as I get my tax incomes back, I'll do it. Everybody does that. When they live in the broke life, the tax income comes, and then, you know, volume points go up. But I signed up for the membership, and then she had told me that I could get to a 35%. So I was like, dope, I want to save money. What do I do? She said, get 3-day trials out, and then that's it. Just everyone that hits you up, put me and you in a 3-way chat with them. I'll talk to them, you pick up my lingo, and then we'll go from there. So I did that. My first week, I got 20 trials out, just purely off of messaging or having people message me, one, and then everyone that liked my picture, I would send them a message and be like, thanks for the like. You wouldn't happen to be interested in a 3-day trial, would you? Like straight spamming everybody. But it happens in the beginning off of pure excitement. So fast forward, I end up moving to Miami, and Ari had told me to go to an STS. And I was like, okay, what is that? And she was like, and we did like the client calls where you invite prospects for them to want to join the business. And I was sitting there so salty on those Zoom calls. Every week she would invite me to them. I was like, what the hell? They got me, and what are royalties, and what is a meal? Like, I was so confused and just anti-Herbalife business. But it was happening for me just based off my excitement from my personal results. So I go to the Miami STS. She had to do some convincing because I wasn't down to pay $25. Guys, I was mad cheap. So I go to it, and it was actually Piney. You guys know Piney, right? The juicy booty girl? Yeah, jealous. But it was actually her first STS as press team. I don't know if it was the first in general, but as press team, she just hit press. And it was in Miami, and it was over 1,300 people there. So that was lit for me. I was like, oh, this is Herbalife? Like, turn up. Your girl loves to go out and dance. And there was music everywhere. They were playing Drake. That's when, what was the song? Blame for Free by Drake came out. That was fire. So I was like jamming to it. I was excited. And I had hit senior consultant actually the day before going to the STS. And she had told me, oh, you get to walk across stage for STS, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I moved on up, feeling myself, right? I'm sitting next to a girl, and then they're doing the marketing plan, and then they asked, do they have anybody that hit senior consultant, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I looked at the girl. She probably thought I was so crazy. I looked at the girl. I was like, I hit senior consultant. And then I go up there, and I know nobody because I just moved to Miami, and I literally knew nobody in Miami. And I'm sitting up there, and I had to ask someone to take my phone to take a photo of me. And I'm cheesing, and then I come back, and she was like, congrats. And I was like, thanks. Like, thinking I made press team. I had no clue. I thought I made it. And then more levels start going up. they're like qualified producer. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not that far. And supervisor, I was like, cool. And then I was like, dang, I ain't nothing. Okay, got it, cool. So I was just excited about everything. And then I realized like there's so much more to this. And then hearing the testimonies and everything. And Piney, she has a super thick accent. I couldn't understand anything she was saying, but I felt her passion and I was balling anyways, which is actually awesome because at Extravaganza, I actually got to talk to her because, well, my first Extravaganza, I was sitting in general, and then this last one, I was sitting in platinum. So I was like, I'm about to talk to everybody that I see on Instagram right now. So I talked to her and I let her know, like, your event was actually my very first STS, and that's what made me want to do this business because single mom, I'm a single mom. She has 2 kids. I have 2 kids. Broke life. Like, I was bad broke. It was always, no, we can't do that. Or it was like a treat if we got to go pick out food from the McDonald's section or from the dollar section at McDonald's. So she lived a broke life. I had lived a broke life previously as well. So I could relate so much to her. So I told her that like her first STS is the one that inspired me to stay around. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry if that was your first event because that was mine. I can't believe you're still in this business. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, that was so impactful. And she was like, it must have been my emotions because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it's crazy because because of her, she was scared, she said, but because of her ability to get past her fears and be able to tell her story, it changed my life for life. So it's just insane. And that's why I appreciate and I'm very grateful to be on this call and be asking this call because I don't know who it is that I could adjust or switch something up for them or they could relate to and then have them realize that you could really change your life with this. So let me fast forward. Sorry, guys. I got bullet points. I could talk for days. So went to Miami, fell in love with that STS, and I was like, okay, I want to do Herbalife for the rest of my life. And I got plugged into a local gym around here, a nutrition club called Body by Ness. And it's Sideline Central. Like, they accept all sidelines. So I was like, oh, I'm going to soak all this up right now. So I just threw myself into it, started going to the fit camp, started going to the HOMs, asking how I could help. And that really helped me grow my leadership because I remember the first time they asked me to be MC for an HOM, I literally like almost pooped myself. I get very nervous. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, but yes, you got to do it. You got to do new things to grow, whatever. So grateful for BBN because if it wasn't for Body by Ness, I wouldn't have been able to grow into the leadership that I'm starting to grow into currently. So let me go to the next one. Oh, okay. So I was fired up, everything about the business, and I would each month get a little bit better with my volume. Never came out the gate like a heavy hitter. And then in November and from the November to December, I got a little sidetracked. I met a certain somebody, you fall in love and then you just forget about life and everything. So that happened to me. And it was actually my first time missing a cut to, I had hit my cuts already to World Team. Sorry, I'm getting blown up. I hit my cuts to World Team. Actually, my last cut, I was about to walk as FSL. They shouted me out and everything because I hit 2,500. And then because I was so stuck in doing things how I heard everybody else doing, I squeezed the lemon too hard and had someone order a 500-point order. Her first time ever being introduced to Herbalife. Don't do that. Ease them into it, right? And she returned all that. So her returning that made me lose my cut. But I stayed up all night till I hit it, got the 500, and then I was able to walk. But I had always hit my 2,500 the moment I hit 2,500 the very first time. So in November and December, got sidetracked, and I actually hit my 1,300 volume points. And I was like, what? Like, never again. This I'm not down for, because you always hear like 2,500, you're maintaining where you're at. 5K, you're starting to grow, and then beyond 10K, you're building a business. So for me, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to feed my kids and take care of myself and be on my own if I'm doing this kind of volume. So I stopped listening to what everybody was doing. I stopped trying to adopt certain ways that Miami does their business, and I just got back to me and what made me excited to do this business. And that's when I attracted my clients. My volume started going up naturally, right? But for me, I hit World Team, and you can only get to World Team, or World Team is the highest you could go on your own. So I knew I needed to build a team. I was like, where the hell am I going to build a team if I can't even do this volume right now? So once I got refocused on me, and what it was that excited me, what set my soul on fire, and I love the crap out of everybody. Like, everyone would be like, Kiara, you talk to them too much. But like, you never know what someone's going through. So sometimes you just want to talk and make them laugh and have fun with them. So I got back to doing that, and I actually attracted my very first, not my very first distributor. I've had other distributors that weren't distributing, right? But my very first distributor that saw the vision that I saw, and her passion to actually help and love the crap out of everybody. Our thing is people over everything. She actually took that on, which is Asia, and she came in blazing, guys. Every single month she's done more volume than last. This is her fifth month in the business. She's already a World Team member. And last month she hit 7,000 documented volume, a little over 7,000 documented volume. So for me, I was like, oh, this being yourself thing really works. And like getting clear on what it is that you want and who you want to attract onto your team. Because I would literally pray. Like, I want someone that loves somebody. I want someone that loves somebody, like, all the time. That was just my thing. So for her to be able to do that has been dope. And even though she's in California and I'm in Miami, like, we're still rocking this thing together, and I feel like she's right there with me. And plus my leadership is bomb, because I've never felt like not a part of the team, even though they're in California and I'm here in Miami. Like, I've always felt like that family and that, you know, that love from Get Uncomfortable Squad, and, you know, Ari and Nicole and Style and everything like that. So for me, I mean, I didn't think that I would be able to take on this business, because it was so much focused on, like, you in this business, you reflect on yourself, and you have to address your fears, the things that hold you back, and you really have to grow. And for me, that's something scary, because I've never been introduced to that. For me, I mean, I love my mom to death, but anytime I would mess up in school or mess up on a performance or whatever the case may be, like I got my butt handed to me. So I would always have a fear of failing. So that's why most times I wouldn't even go for things. Like, I was naturally good at certain things in my life, like sports or whatever. But as soon as it took a little bit more effort and there was a chance that I could not succeed or not get the spot or whatever the case may be, I wouldn't go for it. So that's something that has always held me back. And for me, I mean, I didn't think that I could do anything in life besides be a mom. So I settled and, you know, got into a relationship and married into that relationship, and took certain things that not someone should take in that relationship. And I stayed just out of fear. Like, bro, I don't know if I could do this on my own. I'm 2 kids on my own, no job, because I was a stay-at-home mom. And I didn't think like I could really make this business explode, or not even explode, but I didn't even think I could make ends meet. So for me, being able to do this business means a lot, because that means that I'm growing as a person. And I actually am able to do the same thing with everybody else, because I know there's so many people out there that have been in the same spot that I'm in or was in, and they just don't know that there's other options. So for me, I take this like so serious about introducing. It doesn't even have to be the business, like just introducing there's another way of living. There's a way that you could be happy and be surrounded by positive people. So I just want everybody to know that. So I feel like the job that we have to bust our ass in making sure that everybody knows Herbalife can literally change your life. Literally, not just the products. Yes, you could get bomb results. Your nutrition's going to be on point, but just the mindset that you have when you join this company, the people that you have that are literally wanting to see you succeed. Like, no one's here to see you fail. They want to see you win, because when one person wins, everybody wins. So I'm really, really grateful to have been on this call. I thank you guys for taking out the time to listen to my story. I hope somebody got a little bit of something from it, but I'm probably over time. I'm Black, so that happens. But thank you guys for having me on the call, and I can't wait to meet you guys at Next Extravaganza in Houston. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like I said, I didn't know your story. I just knew that your energy was amazing. I watched your, what's the little thing called? Not Snapchat, but Insta story. That.
IG story.
And I'm like, yo, her energy's crazy. Like, I love it. And, you know, when you do this business and you're starting out, I started to unfollow a bunch of people and started to follow a bunch of people that are going to impact my life in a better way versus following the negatives and start following positives. So you're one of the people that I found I think it was my Explore page actually, or before and after.
With no watermark.
And I was like, yes. So, and then I seen your voice and I'm like, oh my God, she's dope. So thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening to get on this call. Does anybody have any questions or want to say thank you?
Yep.
You're
right.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Young newbie. You're late, young newbie. But this is Steven here. Hopefully I'm not frozen.
No, you're good, homie.
Cool. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. It's always really, really good to get on here and hear someone who's newer in the business or someone who is, just starting off and, is on fire and inspired. I will tell you this, though. I listen to people's story from a different perspective, and listening to your story today, it really ties into kind of something we were talking about before this call started. We have calls before this, and I was telling people, it doesn't matter what you say, just as long as you're excited about what you say, people are going to want to be involved, because a lot of people just are completely sad in their current situation. So like hearing your story, then hearing about Pine Me, a lot of us have heard Pine Me's story. We know how they are. They're just really excited and fireballs, and people are attracted to that. The people who are successful inside of Herbalife are the people who are most excited to do Herbalife. You don't have to know the ingredients in the Formula One. You don't have to know that beverage mix is fire. You don't have to know that protein drink mix does this, that, and the third. It has all these vitamins and minerals and nutrients and things like that. All you have to know is the products work, and I'm excited about it. And you can become a successful World Team member. World Team member is a big accomplishment. I remember getting my World Team book. That was the most exciting time for me. I was like, shoot, I'm in the game now. I got a different pen finally. It's a different color. This book is flames. I must be doing something right. It's the consistency level, because most people do hit it 2,500 4 months in a row way. So if you're able to do that, then, it says a lot about you and your character. And if you're able to produce World Team members, obviously you're about to be active World Team here real soon if you got somebody doing 7,000 documented volume ones by themselves. So I just want to say congratulations on everything. Ari and Dula, I sent them a picture of you giving your speech.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really close to Dula, so I know a lot of them. So I sent them a picture. But good job, and I definitely wish you much success, especially going after Platinum VIPs. Those things are extremely vital for people who want to be successful. So great things in store for you.
Thank you. Yeah, just send them vibes over here.
Hey, can I go? Is it my turn?
Go for it, homie.
Hey, there it is. I'm Adrian, by the way. I was sorry about being late. I was managing my store, and I had to get off a little late. But I am actually glad that I did get on when I got on, to hear everything that I heard the way I heard it. Because if I would have got on time, I would have probably heard it a little different. So I'm actually happy that I heard it the way I heard it. Girl, can I tell you something?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, thank you. 2, I swear on my life, you're about to shoot out of World Team. Your language, your energy, your transparency, and what's the word? Oh my gosh, what's the word? I'm gonna just say the upgraded you right now is not a World Team member. It sound like it. So I'm just throwing that out there right now, because some people jump in the World Team and it's their learning pin. For example, me, that's my learning pin. But you definitely don't sound how I sounded when I first started. So I can already tell that you about to shoot out of World Team. So keep it up. Stay exactly how you are. I'm glad you understand exactly everything that's needed, because it took me a while to understand what you're understanding right now. Keep it up, girl. Just keep being awesome.
Thank you. I love your energy, bro. Dang. Y'all are dope on here.
Any more thank yous for Kiera?
I want to say, I want to say thank you, and I just want to say I started following you a while ago, and you're really dope. Like you.
You're muted. You're muted, hun.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, you're really dope. You're an awesome mom, and like I didn't even know you was World Team. So your energy is just amazing, and everything about you is just amazing. So I really want to say thank you, and your story really touched me tonight. So yeah,
Thank you. And keep your head up, mamas.
Thank you.
Blessings are coming your way for sure.
You too.
Anybody want to take thank you, another one? Anyone before we close out?
Yeah, I say so. Big Irwin here. All I want to say is, thank you for being on the call and being so transparent. You know what I'm saying? Like, sharing your story, how you started from the bottom. Now you're here. So the Drake line out there, but that's it.
Thank you.
I do want to say thank you one more time. You didn't have to do this, and you actually responded pretty last minute. So I want to say thank you about that again. I agree, because I mean, when I told you, we've been in this business the same amount of time or at the same level, but I didn't know you were a World Team either, because you don't sound like it. You're somewhere else, like Adrian said. You are shooting. We are shooting. We about to be an active World Team.
Hell yeah.
But like Adrian said, it's been my learning
pin.
My learning pin too. This dog. Oh my God. It's been my learning pin too. And I'm excited to grow. So thank you again. Thank you so much for getting on here and telling your story.
For sure.
I'm gonna close out the call. I hope everyone has an amazing week and had an amazing week this past week, preparing for another amazing week. I believe someone said it on the call earlier. I believe it was Kylie. But you get back, you get shot down and you get back up. So keep doing that, whatever you're going through. Push through it, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Good night, everyone. I'm gonna unmute everyone.
Good night.
Yo, what's up,
y'all?
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Love you all.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.